have a secret.
I love living in Oklahoma.
Yeah, pick up your jaw. Dusty plains, women twirling around on prairies, and pump jacks as far as the eye can see, right? That's what movies and musicals would have you believe is Oklahoma. But the truth is, Oklahoma is this big, beautiful contradiction. And today, I'm gonna let you in on what it's really like to call this state your stomping grounds. Here are 5 reasons I love living in Oklahoma. Let's start with those prairies and plains you've heard so much about. Yeah, they're here, and they're beautiful. But so are the forests and mountains and sand dunes and mesas and rivers. You see, Oklahoma's landscape is, according to science, the most diverse in the United States. It's kind of like the Chili's triple dipper of states. A taste of Colorado rugged buttes here, a sample of hardwood forest from Tennessee there, maybe a little sprinkle of Louisiana swamps over there, even Rocky Mountain ranges that feel straight out of a New Mexico Western. Plus, despite being landlocked, Oklahoma has more shoreline than the Atlantic and Gulf Coast combined. Oklahoma also has, and I hope you're sitting down for this, cities, like real ones with skyscrapers and streets and everything. Granted, they're no New York or Dallas, but I no longer live in New York or Dallas for a reason. On top of the traffic, they make my pockets hurt. Which brings me to my next reason I love living here. Oklahoma is affordable. And I mean capital A affordable. In fact, it's the 3rd most budget-friendly state in America. The average cost of living per year is just under $39,000, 37% lower than the national average. Groceries, your gas bill, it's all cheaper in Oklahoma. And I couldn't tell you the last time I paid $7 for a cold brew. Speaking of being an avocado toast eating millennial, Oklahoma is one of the last places buying a house is still a valid dream. The median home buyer spends only around $240,000 on a house, almost half the national median. It's also way cheaper to raise a family, if that's something you're interested in. Thanks to low housing, utility, and grocery costs, Oklahoma ranks in the top 10 most affordable states to raise kids, and among the top 5 states with the most affordable childcare. Oklahoma parents typically spend around $500 less per month than the rest of the country on people keeping their kids. More than enough to cover Disney Plus and Miss Rachel's Patreon or whatever y'all do to keep your little monsters happy. Oklahoma towns also revolve around families. Even the smallest ones have splash pads and ball fields for Little League. Up in Tulsa, you'll find the best city park in the US for 2 years running. And if you're looking for kid-friendly activities, zoos, children's museums, libraries, festivals, they're everywhere. But we can't leave all the fun to the kids. One of the reasons I love living in Oklahoma is there's tons to do. Which, I know, surprising. When people hear I'm from Oklahoma, I usually get asked, do you ride a horse to work? And then only mildly less dumb, is there even anything to do? Which 1, rude, but 2, duh. Just like anywhere else, we've got concerts, we've got museums, we've got live sports, we've even got amusement parks. And if you want some fresh air, we've got 3 dozen state parks and 200 plus lakes. And don't even get me started on the food. Oklahoma's food scene is criminally underrated. Barbecue and chicken fried steak are just the appetizer, baby. On Oklahoma's menu, you'll find James Beard nominees, Route 66 diners, German schnitzel, Tex-Mex, and some of the best bowls of pho in the United States. Yes, in Oklahoma. But enough about what there is to do. Let's talk about one of the biggest reasons I love living in Oklahoma. The people. You've heard the stereotypes. We're either stoic cowboys or backward hicks, right? Wrong-o, bucko? You'll find everyone from farmers and oil-filled roughnecks to artists and tech startup founders. Oklahoma's history has also made it the melting pot of the Midwest, with 39 federally recognized tribes, Czech towns, booming Vietnamese communities, a strong Mexican influence, and a bustling black cowboy culture too. I've lived in other places, and I can also say with my full chest, Oklahomans are nice, like nicer than Canadians nice. They'd happily give the shirt off their back if the moment called for it. Oklahoma communities are also the kind where kids still ride their bikes down the street and your neighbor knows your name. Spooky, right? But when you're used to places where holding a door for a stranger feels like a sin, that niceness is pretty dang, well, nice. So there you have it, an inside look at what living in Oklahoma is really like. Now, we've gone through a lot here, but all of it adds up to one thing. A state that's far more diverse and dynamic than it's given credit for. So, if I've got you thinking about moving to Oklahoma, this is your golden hour to do it. 5 or 10 years from now, you might find the sun has set on all this opportunity. And if you do wait, you better come back to this comment section so I can say I told you so. Hey, if you want to learn more about living in Oklahoma, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. Is that better?
Yeah.
Do you want like a duh?